Hello my friend, welcome to my channel. Every single day begins with an invisible decision. Long before results appear, before success becomes visible, before confidence grows, a choice is made. That choice determines whether life moves forward or remains exactly the same. Most people believe dramatic change happens because of one big opportunity, one lucky break, or one perfect moment. They spend years waiting for conditions to become ideal, believing that tomorrow will somehow be easier than today. But tomorrow rarely changes anything unless the person facing it has changed first. The truth is simple. The quality of life is shaped by the quality of daily actions. Every habit repeated becomes part of character. Every decision, no matter how small, quietly builds the future. Success is never created in a single day, but it is built every day. Failure follows the same pattern. It rarely arrives all at once. It grows through neglected responsibilities, postponed dreams, and excuses repeated until they become normal. Every day is adding something to the future, either strength or weakness, progress or regret. Many people want extraordinary results while holding on to ordinary habits. They dream about confidence without practicing courage. They hope for success without embracing discipline. They want respect without becoming dependable. They expect life to reward potential while ignoring consistent effort. Potential alone changes nothing. Countless people possess talent that never becomes achievement because talent without action slowly fades away. The world rewards those who improve themselves, not those who simply wish they were different. Imagine improving just one small area every day. One better decision, one healthier habit, one more difficult task completed, one distraction ignored, one excuse defeated. None of these actions appear impressive on their own, yet together they create remarkable transformation. Small improvements may seem invisible today, but over weeks, months, and years, they become impossible to ignore. Mountains are climbed one step at a time. Strong minds are built one disciplined decision at a time. Great lives are shaped by countless ordinary moments used wisely. The greatest competition in life is never against another person. It is against the version of yourself that chooses comfort over growth. Comfort feels safe, but it often keeps dreams locked away. Growth asks for effort, patience, and consistency. It demands that excuses be replaced with responsibility. It asks for action even when motivation disappears. That is why discipline is more valuable than inspiration. Inspiration creates excitement for a moment. Discipline creates results for a lifetime. Every sunrise brings another opportunity to decide who you are becoming. Every challenge carries a hidden lesson. Every setback offers a chance to become stronger instead of more discouraged. Difficult moments are not interruptions to progress. They are part of the process that develops resilience, wisdom, and character. Without challenge, there is no growth. Without resistance, there is no strength. The strongest people are not those who avoided hardship. They are those who refuse to stop because of it. Life constantly reflects the standards you choose to live by. If average effort becomes acceptable, average results become inevitable. If excellence becomes the daily standard, improvement follows naturally. Standards influence behavior, and behavior determines outcomes. Raising personal standards changes decisions. Better decisions change habits. Better habits change identity. Eventually, a completely different life emerges from choices that once seemed too small to matter. There will always be reasons to delay. There will always be distractions competing for attention. Fear will suggest waiting until confidence appears. Doubt will whisper that the goal is too difficult. Comfort will encourage taking the easier path. But every day spent waiting is a day that can never be recovered. Time continues moving whether progress is made or not. The question is not whether time will pass. The question is who you will become while it does. The future is never created by chance. It is built through repeated actions that align with meaningful goals. Every promise kept strengthens confidence. Every challenge faced develops courage. Every lesson learned increases wisdom. Every disciplined choice creates momentum that makes the next decision easier. Eventually, success stops feeling impossible because the person pursuing it has become capable of achieving it. There are certain qualities that consistently separate those who grow from those who remain stuck. They are not hidden secrets available only to a few fortunate people. They are practical areas of life that can be strengthened every single day. Mastering them does not require perfection. It requires commitment. It requires the willingness to improve a little more today than yesterday. These are the foundations upon which extraordinary lives are built. Focus on them daily, protect them consistently, and they will quietly transform not only what you accomplish, but also the person you become. Hashtag. Real transformation never begins with changing the world around you. It begins with changing the person you become every single day. Every lasting success is built on a strong foundation. And that foundation is not made of money, talent, or luck. It is built through habits that are practiced consistently, especially on the days when they feel the most difficult. Before achieving extraordinary results, it is necessary to become an extraordinary individual. That journey starts by strengthening 5 essential areas that influence every decision, every opportunity, and every outcome in life. The first thing to work on every day is your mindset. Everything begins in the mind. Before any action is taken, a thought appears. Before any goal is achieved, a belief is formed. The way you think determines the way you respond to challenges, opportunities, and setbacks. A mind filled with doubt sees obstacles everywhere. A mind trained to grow sees possibilities where others see limitations. The most powerful battles in life are rarely fought with other people. They are fought within. Every day there is a choice between confidence and fear, discipline and comfort, hope and negativity. Those internal choices quietly shape every external result. A negative thought repeated often enough becomes a limiting belief. A positive belief reinforced through action becomes confidence. Developing a strong mindset does not mean pretending life is always easy. It means believing that every challenge carries an opportunity to become stronger. Problems stop looking like punishments and begin looking like lessons. Failures stop becoming endings and start becoming teachers. When the mind learns to focus on growth instead of fear, nothing becomes completely impossible. Difficulties remain, but the ability to overcome them grows even faster. The second thing to work on every day is your discipline. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Almost everyone has goals. Many people have good intentions. Very few consistently follow through when excitement disappears. That is where discipline separates successful individuals from everyone else. Motivation is unpredictable. Some mornings it feels powerful, other days it disappears completely. If progress depends only on motivation, progress becomes inconsistent. Discipline, however, continues working even when emotions change. It chooses action over excuses. It keeps moving when comfort invites rest. It finishes what was started long after enthusiasm has faded. Every promise kept to yourself builds trust within. Every promise broken weakens self-confidence. Discipline is not about being perfect. It is about refusing to quit simply because something feels difficult. Every small act of consistency strengthens your character. Every completed task proves that commitment is stronger than temporary emotion. The third thing to work on every day is your physical health. The body carries every dream, every ambition, and every responsibility throughout life. Without energy, even the strongest goals become harder to pursue. Health is often ignored until it begins to disappear, but true wisdom values it before problems arise. Taking care of the body is not only about appearance. It is about creating the strength to perform at your highest level. Better nutrition fuels better thinking. Regular movement increases energy. Proper rest sharpens focus. Healthy habits improve emotional stability and mental clarity. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, and together, they create greater resilience under pressure. Small, daily choices matter. Drinking enough water, moving regularly, sleeping well, choosing nourishing food over temporary comfort. None of these actions seem dramatic, But together they determine how much energy is available to pursue meaningful goals. Strong health expands possibilities. Neglected health quietly limits them. The fourth thing to work on every day is your knowledge. The world never stops changing. New ideas emerge. Technology evolves. Industries transform. The people who continue learning remain valuable because they continue adapting. Growth belongs to those who stay curious. Knowledge is more than collecting information. It is developing understanding that improves decision-making. Every book read, every lesson learned, every thoughtful conversation, and every meaningful experience adds another layer of wisdom. Learning creates confidence because it reduces uncertainty. It allows better solutions to replace guesswork. Never assume there is nothing left to learn. The moment learning stops, growth slows down. Humility keeps the mind open. Curiosity creates opportunities. Continuous education builds the ability to solve bigger problems, create greater value, and make wiser choices throughout life. The fifth thing to work on every day is your emotional control. Emotions are powerful, but they should never become permanent leaders. Life will always present disappointment, criticism, uncertainty, and unexpected setbacks. The question is never whether difficult emotions will appear. The real question is whether those emotions will control your decisions. Emotional maturity is one of the greatest strengths anyone can develop. It allows patience during frustration, courage during fear, humility during success, and calmness during uncertainty. A single emotional reaction can damage relationships, destroy opportunities, or create regrets that last for years. Self-control prevents temporary feelings from making permanent decisions. Calmness is not weakness. It is strength under control. It is the ability to pause before reacting, to think before speaking, and to choose wisdom over impulse. Every difficult situation becomes an opportunity to practice emotional mastery. Every moment of patience strengthens character. These first 5 areas, mindset, discipline, health, knowledge, and emotional control, form the foundation of every successful life. Ignore them, and progress becomes unstable. Strengthen them consistently, and every other area of life becomes easier to improve. They are not habits to practice only when convenient. They are daily commitments that shape the person you become. Master these foundations, and everything built upon them will stand stronger, longer, and higher than you ever imagined. Hashtag. Once the foundation is strong, growth begins to accelerate. A powerful mindset gives direction. Discipline creates consistency. Good health provides energy. Knowledge expands possibilities. Emotional control keeps you steady during difficult times. But true excellence requires more than a solid foundation. It demands qualities that shape the way you interact with the world and the way the world responds to you. These next 5 areas determine whether your potential remains hidden or becomes something that leaves a lasting impact. The 6th thing to work on every day is your relationships. No one succeeds completely alone. Every opportunity, every lesson, and every meaningful achievement is connected to people in one way or another. The quality of your relationships often determines the quality of your life. Respect earns trust. Kindness builds loyalty. Honesty creates lasting connections. People may forget your words, but they rarely forget how you made them feel. Strong relationships are not built during moments of convenience. They are built through consistency, listening when others need to be heard, encouraging people instead of criticizing them, celebrating another person's success instead of becoming jealous, offering help without expecting something in return. These small actions may seem ordinary, but they create extraordinary trust over time. Be careful about the people you allow into your daily life. Attitudes are contagious. Spend enough time around negativity, and doubt begins to feel normal. Spend enough time around people who pursue growth, and improvement becomes natural. The people closest to you quietly influence your standards, your habits, your confidence, and your future. Choose relationships that challenge you to become wiser, stronger, and more disciplined. The seventh thing to work on every day is your courage. Fear is a natural part of life. Every meaningful goal comes with uncertainty. Every dream asks you to leave the comfort of what is familiar. The difference is not that successful people never experience fear. The difference is that they refuse to let fear make their decisions. Courage grows through action. Every time you face something uncomfortable, confidence increases. Every difficult conversation handled with honesty strengthens your character. Every risk taken with wisdom expands your possibilities. Waiting to feel completely fearless often means waiting forever. Confidence is not something that appears before action. It is something that develops because of action. There will always be voices that say you are not ready. There will always be moments when failure seems possible. But every great achievement in history began with someone willing to move forward despite uncertainty. Fear may walk beside you, but it never has to lead you. The eighth thing to work on every day is your focus. Attention has become one of the world's most valuable resources. Every day, countless distractions compete for your time. Endless notifications, unnecessary comparisons, and constant interruptions quietly steal hours that could have been invested in building a better future. A distracted mind struggles to produce meaningful results. Focus means deciding what deserves your energy and refusing to allow everything else to control your attention. It means finishing what you start instead of constantly chasing something new. Deep concentration creates work that average effort can never produce. 1 hour of complete focus is often more valuable than an entire day filled with distractions. Every successful accomplishment requires sustained attention. Whether learning a skill, building a career, improving your health, or achieving a personal goal, progress belongs to those who can remain committed long enough to master what truly matters. Protect your focus, because wherever your attention goes, your future follows. The ninth thing to work on every day is your character. Skills may create opportunities, but character determines whether those opportunities remain. Character is revealed when no one is watching. It appears in the promises you keep, the honesty you practice, and the integrity you maintain when taking shortcuts would be easier. A good reputation is not built through words. It is built through repeated actions. Being dependable when others rely on you. Remaining humble after success. Accepting responsibility instead of blaming circumstances. Speaking truth even when it is uncomfortable. These qualities may not always receive immediate recognition, but over time they become priceless. People trust those whose actions consistently match their values. Character creates respect that money cannot buy and status cannot replace. Everything else may change, but strong character remains a lasting source of strength throughout life. The 10th thing to work on every day is your purpose. Purpose gives direction to every effort you make. Without purpose, hard work becomes exhausting. With purpose, even difficult sacrifices begin to feel meaningful. A clear reason for moving forward creates determination that survives temporary setbacks. Purpose is what reminds you why the early mornings matter. It explains why discipline is necessary. It keeps you moving when progress feels slow. It transforms ordinary routines into meaningful steps toward a greater future. There will be seasons when results seem invisible. During those moments, purpose becomes your anchor. It reminds you that lasting success is never built overnight. Every small improvement contributes to something larger than today's temporary struggle. These 5 qualities, relationships, courage, focus, character, and purpose, complete the framework of a remarkable life. Together with the first 5 foundations, they create a person who is prepared not only to achieve success, but also to sustain it with wisdom, integrity, and resilience. Work